Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning to those in the UK. This following web tutorial is about the new TradeOnly vision system and the new TradeOnly search platform. Most of you should have now got emails through from the support team and from the team over in Manchester giving you your new login instructions to this platform. If you haven't got those, please send me an email at tim@tradeonly.com after this webinar. I'll make sure that you guys are all set up. So you will be given a URL, so uk.tradeonly.com/vision, and a username and password. So all we need to do is pop in our username and password. And hit login. And that's going to take us straight into the site itself. So from here, you'll see a dashboard when you first land with a couple of featured products on it. And where we're going to go for product research, first of all, is the product overview right here up at the top. Now this is going to bring up all the supplier products from TradeOnly. So just like TradeOnly search, all of the supplier's information is loaded up within here. And up at the top, very top here, up at top left, you'll see a search box with a box underneath. You can pop in a keyword into there and it's going to search. You've got a couple of different search options in this drop down underneath. See match all keywords, match any keyword, slightly looser search if you're not sure what you're looking for. Match an exact phrase. So if you know that a product description contains an exact phrase, you can use that. And match item number, that's the supplier's product number there. So if we type in, for example, mug, and hit search, it's going to search all of our product database and pull up all the mugs within the system. Now you see up at the top here we've got a few different things that we can do. We see that these products are defaulted by score to begin with. Now how we score products is based on the complete list of data provided by the supplier. So if the suppliers keep their product information up to date and they give us full additional costs, full product information, good quality images, that kind of stuff, they're going to score high in the system. If not, they're going to score a little lower. You can also search by lowest price and highest price, latest and most popular products as well. This is a default view that we have set up right here. When I hover over a product, I can see the TradeOnly unique product code. We give a product code to every product. That way when you're quoting your customers, you're not going to show the supplier's number. We also have the supplier product code right here. This is unique from the supplier. It's not going to show on presentations and things like that, which we'll take a look at later on. See the category that the product's in. Every product should be in a subcategory. So master category, ceramics and mugs, subcategory mugs. And you can see a from price there too. You can also see who the supplier is and a phone and email as well. It's a couple of different views here. We have more products per page with a little bit less information and just product images. So if you're just wanting to get an idea of what kind of products there are, then this is a good way to look and get as many products on the page as you can. You'll see a few small logos up at the top here. This small Q means QCA approved, so the supplier has been approved and has got a QCA certificate. There'll also be new and featured product icons up at the top here as well. When we click into any product, we'll see the multiple product images available for that product and as well full costing breakdowns for you here too. So let's go back to the home page. And we'll take a look at one of these featured products. So I'm going to take this bag right here at the top. So taking a look at the top, first of all we have our short description and long description, our cost price, lowest cost price, product code, supplier code, dimensions and colours available. Underneath here we have create an advanced Technologo sample. Now this is one of the new features that we've integrated in with this new search, a really good way for you to produce great quality virtual samples for a product. If there was a logo on here that I wanted to get rid of, I could scrub that logo just by drawing around it with my mouse. I can then choose to affect the bleeding and the influence, just making sure that once I've taken that logo off, it looks as good as possible. I can then hit continue. Now the great thing about the Technologo tool is it allows me to add a logo first of all and also add some text, so I could browse for a logo. Anything I've got saved on my local system, like this PromoServe logo right here. We can add that into the system, we can resize it how we want it to appear on the product itself, and we can move it around a bit and things like that too. I can then say I want to clear the white from the edges. And make the logo solid black, for example, if I wanted to as well. So I have plenty of options there. I can also make the logo curved if I wish to, so if it was on a mug, for example, and I wanted to curve that logo and make it fit a bit better, I can do that too. I can also, if I want to, add some text to my product. So if your customer wanted a strapline of text under their logo, I can add a bit of text in, select the font or style that I want to use and the colour. Then add that text in as well. And then, again, it allows me to position that text exactly where I want to. And make it smaller, make it larger, whatever I want to do there as well. So not only can we add a logo and text, we also have a number of preloaded techniques loaded into the system for exactly how we want that logo to look on the product. So you see, if you scroll over any one of these, it tells you how that's going to look on your product itself. If we selected deboss as an example, you'll see it actually looks like a deboss stamped into the bag in this case, likewise with emboss, and likewise with embroidery as well. If you select embroidery, it actually looks like an embroidered logo when we zoom in on that. So we can create images right here in the system. We then have the option to save or send those images, so we can send them direct to the customer from here and say, do you like the look of the logo on this product? Or you can save it down and use that when creating a presentation later on. Other options we have from within the product itself, we have the option to go into our My Logo section right here, upload a company's logo by hitting the Upload Logo button, selecting that logo, and then that's going to appear on the products themselves too, straight within the Vision side of things. So we can not only use Technologo to create really good examples of virtual sample images, we can also apply logos straight to the products within here and then quote the customer with their logo on the product. Got a bit of information about the supplier down here at the bottom. So obviously we've got who the supplier is, where they're located, their phone number, direct email for them, a quick link to view all products, and we also have this send to a friend tool right here. Now what this does is allows me to send this product as an email, a little PDF, straight out of the system to the customer. So it's going to pull through a footer and things like that. And it's going to generate me a PDF. We'll take a look at that now. So you see, gives you your customer just a nice breakdown of the product itself and the pricing, and puts your logo and your information down here at the bottom as well. And you'll see the logo that I applied earlier on when we were taking a look has pulled through, and it's pulled through my sub-images too. So a great way to just send a customer over an idea for a product and say, is this what you're looking at? You'll also see a few bits of useful information down here at the bottom too. So all the print areas, the production times, and the date the product was last added and updated. So every time we update a product, it gets stamped with the exact update time within the system. Likewise, all products should have additional costs calculated against them as well. If the supplier supplies additional costs, we make sure that those are loaded in. We've got a few more search options down here at the bottom too. If you want to use the categories to search, our main categories first of all, any one of these you can select. So if we take tools and torches as an example, and then we can come in here and select torches from the second drop down and hit search, and that's going to pull up anything in that particular category. So anything that's in the torch category will get pulled up within here. We can do further searches by colour. If you knew your customer wanted a black product, for example, we can select black from there. You can do searches by specific lead times, so anything that's going to be a rush job you can search for. End user price, you've got a price range that you're looking at for your customer. Use this and it'll give you those exact prices. Country of origin, if the customer's interested in UK only products, for example, you can easily search from there. And obviously date added, so if you're looking for brand new products that have just been added by the suppliers, then this is the drop down for you right here. Another area of the system that we have in product research is your clipboard. This is where you can start pulling together ideas while you're searching. So let's remove these ones and we'll start again. But what we can do is, as we're searching for products, I can come in, take a look at the product, and once I'm happy that that's the product I want to choose to add to my presentation and send over to my customer, I can actually do that by using my clipboard. So I can add products directly to the clipboard and then I can send that presentation off. Now I can do that from in this screen, or I can do it actually on the main screen too when I'm searching through. So you'll see when I hover over these products themselves. Just going to give this a quick refresh, guys. I'm sorry about this. Bear with me 1 second. And we'll just let my clipboard load up here at the top, and then I'll start adding some products to that for us. Just going to give this one more refresh. I think there's a little bit of a lag on the screen. There we go. Here it is. So this is my clipboard up at the top here. You'll see it's got 0 products in it right now. If I hover over a product, I've got the option to add into a clipboard up here at the top. And I can add as many products as I like as I'm going. So if I see other products that I like, I can hit plus to add those to a clipboard too. I can also open up products, take a look at them from within here. And you'll see you've got an add product up here, and that does the exact same thing. So that's going to add that product to the clipboard as well. Once I've got some products built up, I can select those products and actually create a project for those products just ready to send over to my customer. This is exactly like creating your ideas sheet we used to create in the past. So let's put a ideas sheet for bags. We can select a customer from the list right here. And we can easily add in new customers if we like, and things like that too. You've got the little plus here to add a new customer. Once we've got a subject, a customer, and a date, we can hit next and create presentation. Now, presentation, exact same thing as an ideas sheet, and a way for you to show the products to your customers. So, first of all, it allows us to edit any product information we want. So I can come into any one of these products and hit the edit button. Obviously I can change my logo or clear the logos off that I've uploaded at that point. And I can edit pricing if I wish. I can do that with any one of these features just by clicking into them. And I can obviously select imprints and things like that from within here as well. So all the additional costs pull through too. And once I've done that, if we scroll back up to the top, I have a design mode right here. And what this is the PDF, so the actual presentation that you can send over to your customer. It's got all the product information, all the pricing information on there. And you've got a few options over here on the side too. If I wanted to, for example, include a cover page, I can do. And I've got a few options here in terms of adding a bit of colour to that as well. and you'll see it pulls through all my company information. That's set up in the settings section up here in the top. So if there's anything on there that's not correct or anything like that, you can just click settings up at the top here, and that's going to pull that through for you. I'll come back to the questions. I noticed there's a couple of questions over here on the sidebar. I will come back to questions at the end. If you've got any questions throughout the presentation, by all means add those in right here. Looks like we've got a couple in there for us. Customers, if you're needing to add new customers into here, you can come in and do create new as well. If you're using PromoServe rather than just this Trade Only search platform, you're going to use the customers from your PromoServe database. So I'll show that towards the end of the session as well, just how it links in with PromoServe too. So don't worry too much right now. Okay, so once I have created my presentation or ideas sheet, I can hit the next button right here, and I can hit send and share. And I can email that direct to my customer from within here. So you'll see an email address pulls through some default quotes and things like that too, and it's going to attach that PDF direct to my presentation. Now, one good thing that this system does is if that presentation is too big, so if it's going to go over a set filter on your emails to say that you can't send it out that PDF, it's too large, it'll actually embed a link to that PDF rather than attaching it as a PDF onto the email. One of the features that we've put in to stop sending large documents straight to a customer in effect. Now, once I've sent that presentation off to my customer, obviously I can come in and revise this presentation by coming back to the edit screen. Even when I've sent it and hit an edit product, I can remove products off here and revise that presentation, that same idea sheet, and then send it back to the customer. I can always add more products into a presentation by adding them into my clipboard and adding those again also. Now, if you're using PromoServe for product research, and this version of PromoServe may look a little new, this is version 5 of PromoServe that we're just about to launch, but exactly the same features from within here. From within a quotation in PromoServe, for example, I can hit the plus to add a new quote into the system. I can select my customer from the database exactly the same as I would do. I can then hit this little globe down here bottom right, and that's going to allow me to log in research. Let me just reset my password here. So here we are, the exact same product research we were looking at earlier on with all the same search functionality. When I add products up to my clipboard up at the top and select those products, I can hit the go button, and that takes those products right back down into PromoServe and adds them straight into the quote right here. So exactly the same way you would with Trade Only Search, you can pull all that product information straight into the system, select your print methods and things like that. And you'll see it writes all the product information and costing into the system, also writes the product and all the images and things like that straight into your database. So if we go to the pictures tab, you'll see it pulls through all the pictures. If I'd put a logo on the product, it would pull that through too. I can then send a quote straight out of PromoServe to my customer. Okay, what I'm going to do, everyone, is I'm just going to make this box a little bigger so I can see the questions that are being asked, and then we'll run through a few of these. Okay. Yeah, the plan is for this is a first launch of the new search platform. There are going to be a few more features coming in over the next couple of weeks, but this is going to be a replacement for Trade Only Search. The reason we're doing it this way is we're actually moving all of our platforms to the cloud. This is all in the cloud rather than being server-based. It also allows us to give direct interaction with suppliers at this point that's live. So if a supplier updates the price in their version of this system, it's going to update live on here as well. If they change an image, it's going to update live too. So rather than waiting for feeds to run overnight and things like that, we have full live integration. Also, it allows suppliers to set up their pricing for you. So if you get end quantity pricing with a particular vendor, a particular supplier, they can set that up in their system. It then reflects in your system. So when you're doing your product research, it's going to show that end quantity pricing when you're taking a look at the products. So it's a completely new version of the search over here. It's been actually launched in the US for about 8 months now, so it's been trialed heavily over there. We've got a few more features going in, and we've been having a chat with a lot of you about things that you liked from search that we need to add in also. So we've got a list of things that we're working through to figure out what we can get in. In terms of the images being transferred over, it's actually set to copy all images over there. So if you're working on a white version of the product and you've uploaded a logo, it's going to pull that through the main image and also all the sub-images too. So you've got the choice then when you raise the quote to switch that image up for the white, the blue or the red image. It'll default to the main image, but it will download all those image options against the product too. In terms of the quote me quick, obviously raising a presentation is one way of doing it, or the send to a friend we looked at earlier on is the exact same deal too. Just different terminology. Can you add your own products into the Vision system? You can indeed. You've got this add a product feature right up here at the top, and you can click on that, and it's just going to allow you to add in your own product, add in your images, things like that as well. You can also copy products that are there already, change the text around and things like that too. So here's the add product screen. You'll see the fields that are required are name, product code, just a unique code that you can add into the product, a supplier and a category. So once you've added those things in, the only other things I advise, obviously your pricing. You can do quantity pricing within here or just a one cost, one sell. And an image too. I'd always say upload an image right here. The quote requests for the suppliers, the sample requests, that's something that we are looking to bring in very shortly for you guys. We're just finalizing exactly where in the system we're going to put it. I'll be running a separate webinar on sample requests as soon as we've got that in. So I'm hoping to schedule that for later on this week. One final question. Is there a front end to this? By a front end, Chris, do you mean a website there? Is that what you're after? Obviously, Trade Only have websites that you can send to your customers that are customer facing, our Trade Only Store platform. So you're currently using Store. It's the exact same list of products that you're going to be researching, just a customer facing way of showing those to your customers. So in effect, you can have one main company customer store with your logo at the top. You can also buy store credits from the guys and create individual websites for your customers with their logo at the top too. A great way to give your customer a catalog in effect and give them a full list of options, and it's customizable to them. Again, we'll be running extra sessions on the website side of things and how to spin websites from the Vision system for you throughout the course of this education platform. This is the first in a series of these small overviews. I'm going to try and keep them short and sweet as I can. I'm also going to record them all, so they're all going to go up onto our new Trade Only Help site, which will be launching in the next week or so as well. And we will be running a newsletter that backs these up with help sheets and guides and things like that too. So one of my main tasks, starting up with Trade Only again after being in the US for a couple of years, working with the team over there, is to really ramp up on our education platform and ramp up on these short, sharp burst sessions. Now, is there anything else anyone would like me to go through again or in any more detail just so they can see how it works? I'm more than happy to do that. Also, if you've got any questions at all that I haven't answered throughout this, feel free to email me. My email address is tim@tradeonly.com, and more than happy to answer any questions, give you a call. So please do let me know. We got any other questions at all on the sidebar that I haven't answered? Let me give that a double check. Looks like we have. Well, if there's anything else you need, let me know. Like I say, this video has been recorded. Nick, right now, the way I train on the system is with PromoServe, I always add a quote, even if it's a direct order and a customer's phoned me saying, I want to add 20 pens. I raise a quote into the system, then convert that into an order. The reason I train that way is metrics. Personally, I believe that every order on the system, regardless of if it's a definite order or a reorder, I like to put a quote on there. That way, that's the only way, in my opinion, to get a true idea of my conversion ratio. So if I'm wanting to figure out how useful one of my salespeople is in terms of how many quotes they've converted to orders, if they're not putting a quote on for every order, I don't have a true figure of that. If I run that metric for example, salesperson 1 versus salesperson 2, salesperson 1 may be a worse salesperson, but if they put a quote on for everything, I get a true reflection of how many quotes they've actually converted to orders. So it's a different style of training in the new system, but that's what we're looking at doing. We've also brought in a number of new features, which I'll be showing you in the next couple of weeks, which will probably make a little more sense for you guys too, in terms of a new kind of route through the system. We've also brought in what we call opportunities, which is monetary value that your customer has, but they're not sure what products they want at this point. So having things like that, it brings more that sales flow and more that work in progress into the system. We are looking to bring an ad product direct into PromoServe, but right now we've only brought it into quotes to begin with. Like I said, one of the main reasons we did that is just to try and keep it as simple as we can with this switch. So it may look like there's not as many features in this right now. We didn't want to give everything we can give right away because it might have been a bit too much. So we wanted to give a few features to begin with, and then we're going to be adding to that and obviously running more of these short sessions as we go. Yeah, you can send quotes straight from Trade Only Search. It's obviously a part of this new part of the system. The Trade Only Vision system itself is its own product. It's like a smaller version of PromoServe for those of you who haven't used it. So product research, quoting, basic CRM within there. And obviously if you use PromoServe, it's all fully integrated in with PromoServe too. Okay, everyone, if there's any questions I haven't answered throughout this, I do apologize. If you have any that I haven't answered, like I say, please email me, tim@tradeonly.com, and I will run through any more questions you've got with you there and give you a call if I need to. I will be recording this and documenting it along with a help sheet, which is going to come out in our first newsletter later on in the week. So keep an eye out for that, and I really appreciate you taking the time to take a look at this today. Thank you so much.